Good morning, you guys. We are going to do the story Empire State Building. Okay, and it's a nonfiction, which means not false, and it's about the Empire State Building in New York City. Take a look at the photo. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? It is this building right here. I have been there. I didn't go inside, but I've been there a couple of different times. I really wish I would have went inside though. Look how cool it is. So here are some of the words that you're going to be focused on. We have beams, construct, elevator, elevator. You've heard of that word. Rivets, I right? Skyscraper and steel. So beams, construct, elevator, rivets, skyscraper, and steel. All right, let's do a quick picture walk. All right. Ooh, look at that. All the way up on the Empire State Building, looking down. Isn't that a beautiful sight? And then here's one. The builders chose the middle of New York City for their building. Look at that, the Empire State Building right there. And then we have Manhattan over there. Beautiful, right? There's some older photos. Now, wouldn't these be considered primary sources since they're actual pictures of the time? And that's the old building right there they tore down, right? To put the Empire State Building up. All right. Ooh, man, can you imagine working all the way up on those rafters with no support? Look at this guy. Oh my gosh, would you ever do that? I don't think I would. There it goes. It's going up. Beautiful, right? Oh, look at that construction there. I wouldn't even do that 10 feet in the air, let alone as far off the ground they were. And they say it's dangerous, right? There it is in modern day. All right. So here are the words again. We have beams, long, sturdy pieces of wood or metal that are used in building. Construct, to make or build something. Elevator, a platform that carries people and things to different floors in a building. Rivets, bits of metal that hold something together. Skyscraper, a very tall building. And steel, a kind of strong metal made of iron and carbon. All right, so let's go through. Let's read this story and you read along with me. All right. All right, here we go. The Empire State Building. Table of contents. Two friends think big. Stars and states. Making room for greatness. Skyboys. Zoom to the top. Happy birthday. And the glossary. All right. Two friends think big. Two friends, John Roscoe and Al Smith, wanted to build the tallest skyscraper in the world. As children, they were poor. Both had quit school and go to work, right? Years later, Roscoe was rich and Smith was famous. Together, the two friends made a good team and built the Empire State Building. Their building was the tallest in the world for 41 years. That's a long time. Stars and states. Take an elevator to the top of this building and you can see parts of 5 states. Look around you and you might see stars, even in the daytime. Famous movie stars visit to see the view, too. There it is. Get it? Stars? You're going to see stars during the daytime. So it says from the ground to the top, it is 1,454 feet. The 102nd floor is for visitors. See it right there? The building has its own zip code, 10118. The 86th floor is for visitors too. The address is 350 Fifth Avenue, New York City. The ground floor is much longer, all right, than a football field. My goodness, can you believe that? It's longer than a football field. That is amazing. The Empire State Building is known as the world's most famous office building, America's favorite building, and even one of the seven wonders of the modern world. All right, there it is. Making room for greatness. The place Ruscott and Smith chose for their building was a busy one. A grand hotel was already standing there. The hotel had to go. The hotel was large and hard to tear down. Men worked day and night to tear down the hotel quickly. The two friends needed to construct their building fast. Huge cranes were used to move giant beams into place. See those cranes? We still use cranes today to build stuff. A skyscraper as big and heavy as the one they planned needed to sit on solid rock. Workers dug down 40 feet to reach solid rock. Huge trucks carried tons of dirt and rock away. It took 5 months to tear down the hotel and make the hole. Then, on April 7, 1930, construction of the Empire State Building began. Skyboys. Strong metal beams rose. Beams support the skyscraper as much as your bones support your body. As the steel beams went higher and higher, crowds gathered on the streets below. They looked up in wonder as men walked the narrow beams high above. People called the men Skyboys. Yeah, you wouldn't catch me doing that. The Skyboys were the best show in town. Riveters worked far above the ground floor. They often worked without safety lines. Ooh, that's dangerous. Skyboys worked in teams of 4 to join the beams together with red-hot rivets. Every team member was brave and fast. The steel beam zoomed up an amazing four floors a week, right? 4 floors a week. That is amazing. Some of the best teams were Mohawk Indians from New York State. Some of them could set a rivet every minute. That's pretty awesome. By June, the Empire State Building was higher than most of the buildings around it. See that? Zoom to the top. By June, the steel reached the 25th floor. Behind the Skyboys came other workers. They built the outside wall of the building. These workers were so fast that they started to catch up to the Skyboys. August was the busiest month. The Skyboys were almost to the top. The outside wall, made of stone, windows, and metal, was going up a floor a day. Inside, thousands of workers were busy. In August, there were 3,500 workers doing 60 different kinds of jobs. Wow, it's a lot of workers. Working so high off the ground was dangerous. The men had to be brave. Look at these guys, see here? Oh my goodness. Getting supplies to so many workers was taking too much time. Workers laid tracks around each floor to speed things up. Carts were loaded and pushed along the tracks right to the workers. In November, Al Smith stood proud. He was on the 102nd floor. The steel beams had reached the very top. He was also scared standing that high up on a beam. The last rivet was placed when he smashed it into the beam. The steel work was done. The rivet made newspaper headlines. Not only was it the last one set, but it was also the only one made of gold. Ooh, a gold rivet. Happy birthday! The building opened on May 1st, 1931. 50 years later, in 1981, the building was made a landmark. It was protected by law and cannot be torn down. Al Smith said his building was made for the future, and he was right. It will be standing tall in New York for a long time to come. All right, so there you have it. The Empire State Building. Good job, you guys.